warm welcome to Anjum's Kitchen, from where today we're going to send you a delicious salad. It's a Middle Eastern salad which is popular all over. Like I always say, that cuisines are not now within boundaries. Everything is international, and every place ends up having its own version. Every culture has its own version of whatever recipes they have imported from other places. So this fattoush, as they call it, is a Mediterranean Middle Eastern salad which is very popular everywhere, and in my house, in my home, it's really enjoyed. And I just want to give you a simple version. And again, like I always like to give you variations, because like I have said before, that cooking, unlike baking, does not come with hard and fast rules and measurements. It is much more versatile, much more accommodating. You can change the ingredients, you can switch them, you can alternate them, you can omit them, and you can add some extras, and you always come out with something nice. Sometimes it's nicer, sometimes you just go back to your old recipe, but please do experiment with cooking. It's a lot of fun, makes it more exciting. So let's start with the fattoush. I have done a little mixture here. The green that we use here is romaine lettuce, romaine, hearts of romaine. This is what you buy. And try to make sure that the leaves are clean, if not organic. Wash them, soak them with a little vinegar. It is very important to keep health in mind, especially these days. So all the greens, the vegetables that you bring home, try to soak them. It's not easy to go organic, even we can't completely. So all the vegetables, especially the ones that don't have skins, you soak them you soak them in water with a fair amount of vinegar, like 1 tablespoons, 1 tablespoon to say 1 liter of water, and leave it there for about 15 minutes, and you do away with a lot of contamination that way. And most of our contamination is coming from pesticides and pests that invade the produce. So that said, let's get back to our recipe. The most important thing that I always find, what gives it a real crunch, is this pita chips that we make. I make them at home. You don't need to buy pita chips. Once you start doing these pita chips, you can put so many different flavors, spices on them, and you can make them just as snacks to eat while you're watching TV. So let me show you how to do. This is a pita bread. Any old pita bread, like 7 to 8 inches, this size is good. And you are just going to cut it up. Just cut it, and we just take a little time in the oven, and it's done. It just does itself. You don't really have to do much except just toss it. So we're just cutting them any shape, whatever suits you, whatever you feel like, whatever it's easy for you. Cooking should never be a chore. The most delicious results come from when you're really enjoying it, and you feel like you're having fun. So there we go. We're just cutting it up into, this is the shape I use. You can cut squares, you can cut triangles, and then just toss them into a bowl. And in this bowl, we're just going to mix, do a little mixture of olive oil and a little spice. And the spice that is a very important spice that you need to get before you get into enjoying fattoush is sumac. Sumac is this is a powder from certain berries that are used in a lot of Mediterranean cooking. It is called sumac, S-U-M-A-C. You can order it online. You can, I'm sure, get it in the supermarket. You can get it in the Middle Eastern stores, grocery stores, meat shops. It's available. So it's a very deep red, like a brownish maroon color, and it has a lot of flavor. It's like a tart flavor, because that's a flavor of the spice. Okay, so what I'm doing is, now this is what we're going to use for our for a dressing, but before I use it for the dressing, I'm just going to put it's like about a tablespoon or even half a tablespoon. Again, you decide how much oil you like in this, and quarter teaspoon of sumac, and quarter teaspoon even less of, because bread is already salty. This is our little thing, and we're going to put it on the and I'm going to actually use my hand to toss it and to coat the bread. And this bread, you are just going to put, we just lay it out in a cooking sheet, in a baking sheet, and just put it in an oven on 350 degrees. Just let it bake for about 3 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes. Take it out, toss it once again, and put it back for another 2 minutes, maximum 6 minutes, and you will get, and you take it out and leave it, let it cold, and when it's cold, it will be nice and crispy like this. If you can hear the crunch, this is how it becomes. So we'll just leave this thing for now. Start with the recipe. For the recipe, I have already mixed the romaine with the radish. This is the radish we are using. 2 to 3 pieces of, I have about 2 cups of romaine here. 2 to 3 cups of, it's again up to you which ingredient you like better, but we will give you a basic recipe to follow. But this is, so I used 2 radish, fine sliced, and half of this cucumber. This is a smaller cucumber, again fine sliced. You can slice in the middle and then thin slice, or you can just use the round slices. So what I have in here is the romaine, and I have the cucumbers. As you can see, these are the cucumbers. This is the radish. I have already added that. I like to serve it in a dish and not in a bowl like the usual salads. So let me show you. I'm going to spread this out in the dish. It looks much nicer, much more appetizing. And there you go, my friends. This is our, and the other ingredients, these are cherry tomatoes. I just have like about 4 or 5 pieces of cherry tomatoes. I chopped 1 green onion, spring onion. I sprinkle that. I just took few slices of red onion, very fine thin red onion. This is my this is a salad. We are going to put our chips, mix them up so that they mix well. Again, as much as you like. You choose your amount of crunch. The other thing that I have put in this salad, which I forgot to mention, are these 2 items. This is parsley, flat leaf parsley you buy in the supermarket, and these are mint leaves. Mint is available everywhere in the supermarket. So what you're doing is you're just going to remove the leaves, maybe a handful of mint leaves, handful of parsley. We just chop, fine or not fine, and we just what again, it's your preference. You like to see your herbs whole, you keep them whole. If you want them chopped, fine. And some parsley, and we just chop it, and we just add it to our these are the greens that we have, and the fresh items we are now so this is it, the parsley and the mint, and I chop like this. There you go. Just goes in like this. And now we'll get to our the most important part actually is our dressing. Dressing is a clove of garlic, minced clove of garlic. There is lemon, fresh lemon. There is vinegar, olive oil. I'm not doing any measures, but I put about 2 tablespoons of olive oil and about a tablespoon of lemon juice and 1 clove of garlic so far. I'm going to add a little salt It's about a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to add a little pepper, and I am going to add actually a nice almost teaspoon or even more, up to you, of sumac, the main spice, the main flavor in our. If you can see, I already have a, and this is what I do. I pour it in a jar, and I keep my dressing in the fridge. I keep it in the ref so that when I need it, I have it ready. And next we are doing sugar. So we're going to do a full spoon of sugar because we have added lemon juice. Now this is a addition that up to you. I got this balsamic and fig. You can get balsamic vinegar with any flavor. You get pomegranate, you get fig, you get any other flavor, a little extra fruity flavor, and I just add about a cap full of this. As you have seen, my measurements have all been in the caps and in just drizzling because you really don't need to, but you have to be comfortable with what you're doing. And we will again give you some base measures. There you go. That's my dressing. All ready. I do have to taste it to make sure that it is what it's supposed to be. I'm lacking a little sugar, and I need a little more lemon. There you go. So once you're done, I do put it in this. I'm going to add this also and give it a good shake to show you that you do need to really shake it up, otherwise it doesn't blend properly. So we're just mixing the once you shake it, you just take your spoon and you sprinkle it all over your salad. And then now again you have to keep tasting to see how much you need, how much dressing you prefer. Some people don't like too much, some people like extra, so you can just serve it on the table with it. The other thing is, if you want to prepare ahead of time and keep it in the ref, then I would do the dressing and keep it separate. And the way I mix it is I mix the radish, the lettuce, the romaine, the radish and the cucumber and keep them together, airtight, seal it with a plastic and keep it, and then keep the onion, the tomato, the 2 onions, the tomato, and whatever else you want to add. You can also add other stuff that you want. You can add bell pepper, you can add a little spinach, baby spinach, tastes good, but this is the basic. And then our last very important ingredient is this feta, crumpled feta, and this is our finished fattoush. Excellent health-wise, taste-wise, and look-wise. It's very appetizing, and it goes with a lot of meats. We will show you later on. We will show you give you some serving suggestions as we go on cooking. Thank you, and see you soon.